It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Tiger. Down. Green the line. Come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Tiger. Down. Green the line.
A first down carry now for Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They shot, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Let's go. 319. 319.
Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So out now come the Jets. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over, 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 over. Over, 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 over.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Darnold. Going up top. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
They run with the rookie from Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You usually want to wait to 2nd or 3rd down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Back 99
Here's Darnold now on second down. Dancing to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Curse. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a run. This is below Powell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning away. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Darnold from the gun, rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. 9th
play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Complete out right to Kurz. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's one where kicker's watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey. Down. Green to line. Green to line. Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
No, check, Patriot!
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here.
Gun! No, check, Patriot! All right, here we go. Blue landing!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Here we go now. 3-19! Watch it now, Barney!
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Darnold now to throw. Flushed out right. Found his target, it's Anderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Here's a give to Crowell. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Cannon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle. That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up for the offense. Certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Come back, come back. Red, green, green.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set, 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Down. Back 22. Back 22.
On 1st down, Watson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down is Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. The pitch to Crowell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw, Darnold. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. Let's see if they can pick it up. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Darnold. He's got his man. It's Kurz. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Darnold on first down. Flush to his right. Got an open man. It's a noon one. A nice gain at 21 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
A couple down to about the 27. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trenton Cannon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
All right, here we go.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Green 39. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Let's go, let's go. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Avery Williamson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Reset. Tiger.
To throw is Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 43 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Flag 22. Flag 22.
On first down, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
A first down throw, Darnold. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Shoot. Watch it now, Barney.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Dumps off to Powell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On first down, it's Darnold. Forced, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. And look at that, a diving catch. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It must be something about the night air because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Send it roll.
Right back to him on first down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And now out comes Houston.
Reset.
From the end zone, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. First target, first catch, and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Reset. Come back. Down. Green the line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll run. This is Powell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Bilal Powell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Johnson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
On the carry, it's Cannon. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Blue 80.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Green 39. Green 39. Target.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
right, here we go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.